An interpreter basically converts a program line by line into machine code and executes the machine code immediately after the conversion. That means the person hired by the teacher to translate the lecture converts the lecture line by line and doesn't wait for the entire lecture to finish. This process is tiresome and long because every time the teacher is to lecture the students, the translator will have to translate the lecture line by line yet again. Whereas, a compiler converts the entire program at once, but does not execute it immediately. Which means the teacher prepares the entire lecture just once. If he has to give the lecture again to a new class, he just has to make copies of the translated lecture and distribute it among the students, which makes the process easy and fast. An interpreter does not save the converted machine code, which is also known as the object code. On the other hand, the compiler stores the converted machine code. That is, it creates the object code. Since an interpreter works line by line, it gives only one error at a time. The moment it encounters an error, program execution stops and the program has to be restarted after correcting the error. Whereas, a compiler converts the entire program at once, so it produces a list of errors found in the entire code. These errors have to be removed before the actual machine code can be created for execution. An interpreter gives only one error at a time, which means debugging is easier. Debugging means removal of errors or correcting the errors in a program. Since a compiler produces a list of errors at once, debugging tends to be comparatively difficult. Interpreter is a simple software, so working with it is slower. Whereas a compiler is an advanced software, and compiled programs are faster. Since it works on the entire program at a time, it is able to optimize the code for greater efficiency and speed. Since we have had the basic knowledge of what a computer language actually is and the ways it can be converted into machine code, let us begin learning to program in Java.